Hello, 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 hello. Happy Thursday. Welcome to Unique Inspirations with who? Me, Trina. How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody has had a blessed day. Make sure that you have taken the time to do your affirmations. If you have not done your affirmations, take this time right now and do it. You are worthy of it. And make sure you also hit that thumbs up. And if you're watching this on replay, thank you so much for coming through as well and taking your time to check it out. So make sure you hit that thumbs up as well. So how is everybody doing today? Hey, Stacy. Hey, Marsha. How are you ladies doing? Today's Thursday. So yeah, y'all just been talking. Hey, Kiva's here. Hey, how you doing? Look at y'all. Y'all just been in like la. Y'all just been going. I love it. Hey, Vivian. Oh my goodness. I had to scroll all the way up to the top. Oh my. Yes. I love it. I love it. I love it. How is everybody doing on this Thursday, y'all? We are almost to Friday. We are almost there. Almost there. So y'all, I'm just gonna go into this chat real quick because I want to get on to the topic tonight. We gonna get on to this topic tonight. So look, let me get to the chat. Let me get on in here. So yes, if you're coming in, thank you so much. So yes, hey Marsha. She says hi Trina. We'll check you out in 84 minutes. Yes. Well, hopefully you didn't do too much today, Marsha, since you didn't have to go to the thrift store. Miss Vivian came through. Hey, Vivian, love. Make sure you're saying that affirmation, girl. Thank you so much for coming through, joining us. Stacy, hey, girl, how are you? Make sure you do that affirmation, girl. Thank you for joining us. Oh, this is making my face hurt, y'all. Y'all got my face hurting. Oh my goodness. Look how y'all just so sweet. Y'all so sweet. Ah. I love you, ladies. Y'all are just, y'all are so sweet to each other. Marsha, you like me. I'll be all over the place on that phone because it's not, for one, it's not big enough for me. I'm like, it's too big. So yes. So Marsha was asking, how was your daughter? But I know your sister, and well, not your sister-in-law. I'm sorry, your daughter's stepmother. How is she doing? Have y'all heard anything from her today? Any updates? Stacy, you just probably had that phone just hooked to your hip. That's what my mom used to say. Y'all got them phones hooked to y'all hips. Marsha said, I got a phone. I just used to call, no text, no nothing. Marsha, I have a phone and I play a game on. There's this one game that I do play, and I can't even think of the name of it, but it's a cute little game. I'll tell you in a minute when I think of it. But anyways, I do play the games on my phone. I know how to text, so I will text and all that. So, and I call. Other than that, I don't need that phone. I mean, I check my email sometimes because sometimes it's just easier to get to that, but I don't know. I don't do a whole lot on it. Ooh, yes, the old school. Yes, Marcia. Nothing like the old school desktops. Oh, congratulations, Stacy. Wow, congratulations. That is awesome. I know you were proud, Stacy. I know you were smiling ear to ear. That is awesome. Congratulations to her. Oh, yes. Hopefully she will. That is awesome. And Miss Kiva, how are you? Hello, ma'am. I'm so glad that you came through. Thank you for showing your love. You know what, Stacy, and carry her since she stepped outside of her comfort zone, make sure you're there to back her up, girl, because she might get a little frightened, and it's okay if she gets a little frightened. Just keep putting that positive feed. Be real with her, but just make sure it's positive. And you know what? She'll be okay. Oh, this is awesome, Stacy. This is so great. This is great news. Great, great, great. Yep, desktops for sure. That's what I said, Stacy. I was telling her last night, Marcia, thank you for your services. Yes, yes. You got to be like, a very special, kind, loving. There's just got to be so many great qualities about a person to be in that environment, because there's so much that goes on, so much you see, and it can be so heartbreaking. You know what I mean? So you got to have some tough skin there at some point. But yes. Hello, Sissa. How are you? Did you say your affirmation? Yes. Yes, Marcia. We will definitely keep Barbara in prayers, Stacy. Wow. Okay. I know that's right, Marcia. I am doing okay today. You know what, y'all? Today is a lot better. I'm like, y'all, I'm telling y'all, like, like I told y'all yesterday, I didn't go to work because I was still like, nope, I need that one day, because I hadn't had my med. But I have been taking them now for a couple of days now. And I can, today I woke up, I was feeling great. I feel great. I've had a great day. I've had a long day, but I've had a really good day. You know what I mean? God is so good. I woke up this morning and I just told him, carry me through today, and so then I was like, you know, what am I going to do? And I was talking to him and I'm like, God, what do you have for me to talk about tonight? And then it was like, hello, Trina, like loud and clear, y'all. It was crazy. Hello, Trina. Don't you know what you were talking about? You're going back to talk about death penalty. So I was like, oh, okay, that's right. Because y'all, I don't know much about it, but thank you for asking, Marcia. How are you today? How is everybody today? Did I ask anybody how y'all doing today? If I didn't, please, I apologize. Forgive me. Charge my brain, not my heart. Yes, Marcia, because I'm having a better day. My hair. Okay, so let me tell y'all something. I'm glad that you're on a good foot, Marcia. That is a blessing. That is a blessing. So today, I didn't even, y'all, I didn't even brush my hair today. I just used my hands to do my hair today. So whatever it's looking like, it's doable. It don't look too bad. So it was just that kind of day today. I still think it came out kind of cute because I didn't want it all in one ponytail. So I just kind of was like, oh, I'm gonna play with it. I'm just gonna, yeah. So that's what I did, and I was like, wow, go get mommy a bow. Go get mommy some bows. So she went. Anyways. So, but thank you, Stacy. Thank you. But overall, I've had a really, really, really good day. I have. So, I mean, that's what and like I was telling my therapist at one point, I was like, oh my goodness, like I don't want to be on meds for the rest of my life to go back to the person. And she was like, no, 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 no. You don't want to go back to the person. You are learning life lessons now so you could take these tools and use them forward. And I was like, so I'm not going to be that person. And she was just like, that part of you we're working on. But y'all, that's so to me, I take that and I hold that dear to me because it's taken one day at a time for me, taking one day at a time. And I'm not going to have to take these meds for the rest of my life because once I get balanced out and I get right at a balance where I need to be, then, it's a gradual thing that you can come off. You don't, and continue your therapy and use your, whatever is going to work for you. So, yes. So I'm feeling really, really nice today. Being me, the new Trina, you know how that is. But that's how I get real mellow and just tired and exhausted. And when I don't take that every day. So, and I mean, I get tired and exhausted regardless, but you know what? Not like that. Mm-mm. So let's see. Felicia says, I thought Donna was going to make my coffee. She says, my affirmation today is attitude is a choice. Happiness is a choice. Kindness is a choice. Giving is a choice. Respect is a choice. Whatever choice you make makes you. Choose wisely. Oh, I love that. I love that. That so makes us sisters. Did you make that up or did you make that up or did you get that somewhere? But I know you can write, so you probably really did write that. But that is so nice. Thanks for sharing that with us. I'm still in that. I am still in that. That's nice. Marsh says it looked like small afro puffs like I used to do Cuba's hair back in the day. Yes, yes. That's what they are, little puff balls, But I love them. Thank you. Yes. I even do the babies sometimes, Marcia. She likes them. She tells me, where's my pom-poms? Where's my pom-poms? So yes. It wasn't that really great, Marcia. Oh my goodness. Stacey said, amen. Okay. All right. She said, thank you, ladies. Oh, look, okay. So I know you're very intelligent. You ain't got to tell me that. I was the one that had to sit hours and hours and hours of study time. Y'all, and this is the God honest truth. I was the sister that had to work triple dipper duper hard, the studying, the libraries, the flashcards, the everything, late nights. And guess what? My sister was just one of those ones that sit in the classroom, do this. She's retaining it all in, retaining it in. And what homework? What homework? She ain't got no homework. No, study for tests. What test? Oh, the one that she made a B on that she didn't even have to study for last week. Oh, no, she did fine on that test. Me, I be struggling. My mama said, it's okay, old lady. You go get it. Go in there and let your sister help you. But y'all, I ask so many questions, as y'all know. My sister would get so frustrated when she be helping me. She be like, Trina. She like, damn, now I don't know all that, but she was always a good help. But she was the one that didn't have to study and, just very, very, very wise and intelligent. Oh, and when it comes to electronical stuff, technology, that all this new, she's got all that too. So I mean, I just had to work triple hard. So, but she keeps me grounded. She says, you know, that kind of, yes, I know. Yeah, and she always had a pen and a pencil in her hand, in her pocket. Like, I'm not kidding. I don't care where we were at. I don't care if we went swimming that day. There was going to be a pen or something to write with, marker or something inside the bag, the swimming bag, whatever it was, her pocket, swimming bag. My sister always has something to write with all the time. And even to this day, if you tell her, hey, you got a pen, she'll be like, yeah, make sure you give me my pen back. But anyways, I love my sister. We have had oh my goodness. She was a really, really good sister to me growing up. She really was. And oh boy, she take up for her little sister. But I love you. And yes, she is very intelligent. I'm telling you, I be calling her when I be trying to say, what's going on? What is they talking about over here? You know, so yes. Yes, we are getting there, Marsha, like right now. Yes, thank you, Marsha. So let's go ahead and go into our topic tonight, in the hands of society. So the reason I named it in the hands of society is because society is the one that has, you know, these criminals, or that's what they call them, right? Criminals. Have their fate in their hands, in society's hands, when they do something wrong. And so here in America and other places, we all know that there is a such thing as the death penalty, right? So instead of me just naming it death penalty, I said in the hands of society, because that's where it goes. It's almost like society is choosing your fate. You know, we all have a time of death that we don't know when, because I'm a believer. So if you're a believer, you'll know what I'm saying. We know that there is a time, we just don't know our time. But when it's put out in the hands of society, there is that chance of us knowing when, how, and where we're going to be dying. And but does that really give us the right to do that? Do we have the right to do that? That's a big argument, guys. How do you feel on it? You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to tell y'all how I feel in somewhat ways, because I'm very gray on this area. And it's like, gray, how can you be gray? You know, but when you hear me, you'll understand. But the thing about it is, in the hands of society, I really believe we have given, I know it's freedom of speech, and that's great. I love that. You know what I mean? Couldn't have it no better way. However, it's just sometimes the things that we are being fed, and then we start believing it, and then we pass it on. And then it's just something that just becomes a nationwide or worldwide viewpoint of that's how it's supposed to be. So some people will say, well, if you go back into the Bible, they were killing each other and da 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 and stoning each other. And I mean, so either way you hear it, it's gonna come out whichever way you want to see it. Okay. So nobody can be, I'm gonna say, if you say yes, I believe in it. No, I don't believe in it. However you feel, that does not make you less than a person than somebody else. That doesn't make your opinion less valuable than somebody else. And it's the same as if you saying, I do believe in it and I don't believe in it, or I don't believe in it and I do believe in it. It's still, to me, it's still like this, because we cannot judge one another. Okay, everybody is entitled to their voice of opinion. Everybody is entitled to freedom of speech. So it could be a good thing about that. So Marcia put it into the chat. I'm gonna go there because I don't want to get behind in these. She says, I didn't think about it like that, Trina. I was thinking about each of us in the hands of society. She says, and they are ones who judge you. That's another way you can look at it, Marcia. That's another way you can look at it. But I was looking more on like death penalty. But I mean, if you want to, let's talk about how you actually was explained, like how you thought I was going to be explaining that. We when As Marsha was saying, which I definitely understand, is when if you say in the hands of society, that's saying judgment. So yes, we can all be judged because at that moment we're allowing society to make all these judgments for us. Okay, and so is that right? Is that fair? No, because who are we to judge? We don't have that layout. It's, to me, I look at it as if we cannot agree on everything, then it's going to be, as I always say, agree to disagree. But that does not make a person less valuable or more valuable than the other person that's hitting the range. Everybody's going to have some type of different opinion on whatever we do, how we do it, when we do it, how it's done, if it's done. My mouth is dry, y'all. I'm sorry. So we have to make sure that when we're thinking about making judgment, okay, because that's something we don't realize sometimes that we're doing, but we're doing it. And so sometimes if we're saying, well, we don't want to judge that, but how can we explain that? Explain it, but you have to learn how to choose your words on that topic. You get what I'm saying? You cannot, to me, it's just not good to just make it seem like you're being judgmental, because sometimes we're being judgmental and don't even know that we're being judgmental. And I just said that a couple of minutes ago. I had to tell my daughter to get me something to drink. My mouth is dry. So, anyways, the thing about it is, I see where Marsha's coming from. And like you said, it is like having your hands in society, because they're making all these decisions for us based off judgment. And there are many decisions that are based off judgment. Thank you. And that's not fair. That's not fair at all. Marcia says, I also think like that at Marcia. I feel society is so judgmental because we are. We are judgmental people. And a lot of us don't realize that it's a harmful, to me, I feel like it's harmful and hurtful. Because when you're judging somebody, it's like you're taking all responsibility of whatever the action or the outcome, whatever it is, you're taking full responsibility. And can you really take full responsibility of somebody else's actions? No. You can't. You can't do that. Marcia says, I really didn't think, but each one of us think differently about any topic. Yeah, Marcia, and that's what I love about it. You see how you came out and you were able to say, oh, I thought you were talking about this. But you see how it all fits together. And that's the one thing about life. You know how they used to say in back in the day, it goes around in a circle. It just goes around. What goes around comes around. And so what you're thinking, I can definitely understand that. I can understand that. And if I was to see that and was probably you, I'd be like, oh yeah, judgmental. But yeah, so when I was thinking of it, I was just thinking more of society having that time of, making our taking our lives in fate, So yeah, I mean, but I think your topic of what you're saying is very thorough. It's very accurate, because that's what the world of society is doing. That is what society is. That's all we get. That's what we get. That's what we do. And it becomes believable. And people believe sometimes that it's okay. Because no, I'm not judging. No, I'm not judging. But you are. You are judging, because if you are judging, why is it that you feel like you can't X, Y, and Z with this person if you wasn't judging them? Why do you feel like you can't da 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 if you weren't judging them? And given the answer of just because I don't want to, it does not gonna work. So yes, Marcia, I get you. I get you. So thank you. And that's what I love about it. You guys come and you express it, and it that's why it's unique inspirations, okay? Because everything doesn't have to be taken about one way. So just keep it going. Yes, thank you, Marcia. Thank you. Marcia says, "What a sweet daughter." And please tell her that. Oh, she had brought me some water. I told her thank you. And then I'm just right now getting to your message. She's sweet. She really is. But I will tell her that you said that she was sweet. We are all part of society. Exactly. And that's why, Stacey, we saying we, us, we, because we're all included in that. And that's why I said we even judge sometimes and we don't even realize that we're judging. And that's why I say if I make a comment or say something, it's not for me to judge anybody, and correct me, correct me and say, Trina, that sounds very judgmental. And that's okay, because then I would want people to understand where I'm coming from, because I don't want to come off judgmental. You know what I mean? Like, it's okay. It's okay, because we do it. We all do it. So, but yes, Stacey, we are all part of that, of society. Yes. Yes. I will agree with that. You're with me, like a gray area like me, Marcia. Marcia says, so she says, let's talk about the death penalty. She says, I'm 50-50 on it. My brother was a petty theft, lived in prison most of his life, and died in prison. Man, Marcia. Marcia says, they said she'd be right back because she got some coffee and so Marcia, yeah. So let's do that. Let's do that. I'm like you, Marcia. To me, I feel like I'm in a gray area with it. I feel like, and please, if y'all have any comments, statements, please put it in the chat. You're more than welcome. If you feel like you can't type fast enough and say, Trina, I want to send me a link because I'm talking to, I can't type that fast and I got something I want to say, let me know. I will send you a link so you can get in. But yes, I say I'm against it because I don't think we should not be doing that to each other. No, I don't think no human should be killing one another. However, and then I look at it again and say, well, you know what? Some things are just beyond of why you are still sitting here, and I think sometimes, just like we have the right to say we aren't for it or we are for it, vice versa, we still have that right. So my 50-50 just all depends. You know what I mean? Like, it's just so much behind it, because when you think about how all these people have died, because it didn't all just start with the lethal injection, just taking this medicine and you falling asleep. Sorry, y'all. People were stoned. People were hung. People were drugged. People were beaten. So it was so many different ways that people were put to death before it got electricity. They got executed. So there were so many things so many ways that these people were being killed, to the point to where it was just like, I, I, I couldn't even imagine sitting there, y'all, throwing stones, because it's almost like you're the jury. Who is actually feeling like who gets the right to kill these people? But I couldn't see myself, because it's just who I am, throwing stones at people until they die, to the death of them. Like, I could not see that. I could not see myself standing there watching somebody being hung. Like, there are so many things that runs through my mind that is like, whoo, now it's like this person is now injected with medication that can be helped to save lives, or to make someone comfortable, that can be changed into something that can kill somebody. No, that can kill somebody. So any and everything goes in the world. We all know that. We all know that. Any and everything goes. But at some point, it's nothing we and nobody else can do. Marcia says, in the hands of societies nowadays, we can do anything and get away with it. I can say yes, and I can say no. But I think I know where you're going with that, Marcia. But if you want to elaborate on that one just a little bit more, because you're right, there are some things that they can't get away with. People cannot get away with. They think they can. People can't get away with nothing. A lot of things nowadays there are so many trackers, and that's all they need. That's all they need is trackers. And that's all a lot of us are, walking trackers. Walking trackers. We got cell phones, we got smart watches, and all these other kind of things, and all we need is a tracker. Marsha says, Trina, I think if we are citizens in this nation, we should respect the law of the land. I agree with you. There are so many reasons that, to me, these types of cases where they feel like people have to die in order to pay back what somebody else has lost. That sucks. But at the same time, you did this to yourself, and this is how you have to pay for it. But I really believe there should be some type of different, I guess, litigations against you, or anything that's coming falsely against you. It needs to be done. Just like that lady that my sister was watching that thing the other night with the lady, Melissa versus Texas, whatever her name was. However, it sucks because she spent all these years behind bars. And she ended up going on death row, having a date, time, and place of when she was going to die. And then all of a sudden they say, oh no, we're not going to do that anymore because we left out some evidence that can save her from the death penalty. Well, that makes me think, as a juror, if y'all left out evidence to save her from being on death row, what else the hell did you miss? What did you miss before that? So it's just almost like you gonna have to come to me and you gonna have to tell me, what the hell happened? What is going on? But anyways, neither here nor there. Marcia, I do agree with you. I do agree with you. And that's all of respect. All of respect. Stacy says, well, I'm for the death penalty like these serial killers. Bye. Oh, man. People come out here and like Stacy says, they're serial killers. They come out here, they kill, and then think that, oh, I'm supposed to be, oh, I can go sit 30, 25 years in jail, but I know I'll get out on good behavior or whatever. No, you are out here, literally, you have taken more than one life. You have, and one, taken somebody's life just because of whatever, a selfish purpose, selfish reasoning. You know what I mean? Yeah, you might really need to go somewhere. Mm, mm, mm. Marcia says, let me re-say that. Certain races get away with things. And you're right. You're right. She says, take for instance, folks in the 6th June 21st riot at the White House. Oh my goodness. I know. I was kind of thinking that too. I was like, how you gonna say that and then you just go be bye? But I kind of figured you were joking. But no, that is so true. Like a lot of, all I can do is speak on people of color. That's all I can do. Because I don't know. Stacy might feel one way about something. Somebody else might feel some way about something. And Marcia, take what you just said. That is powerful. And I love the fact because that you can be vulnerable like that. Because I love the fact that I can actually sit here and tell you, you know what, being a woman of color and even being a man of color, if you are a person of color, there are going to be a lot of reasons you're going to be getting treated a certain way. And I will agree with you on that. You know, is it fair? Nope. Is it right? We're blessed. And we got to continue to be blessed. Stay blessed. Stay humble. Keep yourself up to date when it comes to understanding laws and rules and regulations. Because some people, honestly, be out there fighting and they don't even know what they're fighting for. And that can be beyond any race. That's any race. People out there doing all these riots, tearing up stuff, killing folks in the riots and all this other kind of stuff. But yet, do you really know what you're down there for? Or is it because you just know the baseline of it and it don't make sense to you, or it does make sense to you? And this is not judging. This is telling the truth. If you do not have any idea why you are down at a riot or protesting or a rally or whatever it's called, you don't need to be down there. Because if that's almost saying, I'm going to take, and this is just my own opinion, and I'm valued to my own opinion. And in this, if y'all, like I said, put it in the chat, send me an email, whatever. But I really, really feel like if I don't know anything, I'm going to take a class. I'm going to take a class. We all started that class together. But halfway through the class, I dropped out. Y'all kept going. So at the end of the day, y'all know what happened from the beginning to the middle to the process through the end to the whatever. Y'all knew the beginning, how it was implemented, the foundations, how they put it all together, the etiquettes, the whatever it all it is, they put, y'all know. And you know the ending. But there you have some people that go in there and don't finish the class, but know the beginning, but they don't know how to process nothing that went through how it got to the end. But they just didn't like the end result. But don't know nothing in the middle. It's good to be supportive, but be supportive of what you know that you're being supported of. And if you see something going wrong at that time, say something about it. Marcia says, Stacy, I am cracking up. You are saying bye to the serial killer things. Stacy says, but wait, Marcia, remember they said it was BLM. Can you believe that? Bye to them too. All the Trumpsters. She says, Stacy, I recall that. I am rolling right now. They blamed it on the Black Lives Matters on point, Stacy. Yes, exactly, Marcia. Amen, Trina. Yes, I mean, y'all, because I couldn't even imagine sitting on a jury. I couldn't imagine sitting on a jury. And I had to make a decision if this person lives or die. And woo, I couldn't even imagine that. And to me, it's like they say reasonable doubt. Do you know once you found guilty, you gonna always be guilty? Somebody told me that. I don't care how much you are proved innocent. If somebody think that you stole their pen, you stole their pen. It ain't you're, and they say prove guilty until proven guilty. I mean, guilty and until proven innocent. Innocent until proven guilty. My mind was going too fast. Sorry. So with that being said, can y'all believe that when you kind of really sit back and think about it, once you're found guilty, you're going to probably always be known to be guilty? That's why we gotta, our choices. And sometimes we're just put in situations that we just get put in that situation. But there's always a reason why. But let it be one of those situations. Don't let it be a situation to where you get yourself into something knowing damn well it could take your life, or it could whatever. It's no good for you. Make the right choices. I mean, it even goes to people that you say, well, I don't, it's all about association too. You can't do anything about what other people do or say or anything like that. And it's vice versa. They can't do nothing about what you do, say, or whatever either. But y'all, it's getting real out there. And we've got to make sure that we understand our environment. We got to understand what's going on around us. We got to make sure that, I'm not saying be frightened, but be smart. Be smart. We got to. Marcia says, I got kicked off of the jury because I was asked, would I be partially against this person since he was in the news? I said, no, he did the crime. He needs to serve the time. They said, I'm not laughing at that, Marcia. I could just kind of see how it went, But yeah, I just think that it's crazy. I really, because they don't want to have any chances of they thinking somebody go walk free when they already know what the plan is. They just don't want to add anything extra in there to know that it can be something that's going to mess up whatever they got set up. I think on everything. Mm, mm, mm. The worst in the possible and the worst. I mean, the best in the, whatever, the best and the worst, the known and the unknown. You know, that's why they say, think outside the box. We got to get out of those boxes. We have got to get out of those boxes. You know what I'm saying? Don't get comfortable in a box because you can only load so much stuff in there before you get it out. Then you be all suffocating and no. Stacy says there is a group that fights for people on death row with DNA. I only think death penalty with proof with DNA lie detector test, not just bullshit. Yeah, I mean, it's got to go deep. They got so much technology now, Stacy, and forensics that, girl, they got so much technology nowadays, it'll scare somebody. But you're right about that. They need to go off so much more of what they can get based off all this millions and trillions and billions of dollars of technology that they got going on. And they need to really put more of that out there of the DNA. Give us some real shit. You know, we tired of the earful. Marcia says they bailed me out, Trina. They were pissed, and so was I. I was taking a course in college and wanted the experience. But you know what? That's smart, Marcia. I would like to sit on a jury, but I don't think. Oh my goodness, I'm too that they'd be hung up because my mind doesn't focus. Like some people could look at it and say, "Yeah, that's all the evidence." Okay, no, I start like nitpicking until I figure it out. How would that work if they did this? I mean, I will break that sucker down. So I'm not the best candidate to be on anybody's jury. But I do love research. Give me something to research. And it's like I'm just like digging and digging and digging and digging, until I just cannot dig anymore. But I love it. Stacy says, yes, at Marsha, I agree. They had freed innocent people. Yeah, a lot of innocent. There are so many people that have gotten off like death row and walking straight out of prison from death row because of false information. I mean, it's just sad. These people done spent more than half their life behind bars for something they didn't even do. And then, like, for them to do an appeal and all that, they got to go all the way up to the Supreme Court. And then once you get there, they deny. What you gonna do? Man, you got to have somebody. If you, woo. Stacy said, Marcia says, Stacy, this number rule, small rule country. Thought I was gonna be scared. Good news, something. Oh, God knew something I didn't. Okay, that's the truth. Marcia, you should just make me laugh. I can just like almost hear it coming out of your mouth, Marcia. I can almost like hear it come out of your mouth. Ah. She said, "Did you get?" She didn't get to stay, Stacy. She didn't get to stay. For real, Marsha. She says, now that I think of it, she's like, too many crooks and these folks carry guns here like they are Jesse James. Marsha, I just need one cup of coffee with you. And because if I stay any longer, I'm going to piss out the rest of it. I know you will have me so tickled. Like, because I just, I hear what you're saying, but I'm also getting your personality behind it. And it's just, it's, oh my goodness. Stacey says, um, isn't there someone on death row that they didn't have the injection, so he um, picked firing squad? I don't know. I have no, Stacy. If that's, I don't know. Now, if that is the case, then that's something new for me too, because I have no idea. Oh, Marsha. that that is crazy. Wow. I could not just want to stand there and have somebody just shoot you. Mm, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But anyways, I just feel like our lives are put in society's hands, and some, like right now, we have innocent people on death row sitting there, and it's for a crime that they did not even probably commit. Or if they were involved in it, it was probably like a piece of it and probably didn't even know what the hell they were getting into because somebody, it could be all kinds of reasons. But the fact is that society is now having our fate put in their hands. And it's not just right now, it's been going on for eons, you know. But it's just the principle that it sucks that we have to, it's that we have to come to this, you know. And when I say come to it, like right now, it's just more and more innocent people sitting behind bars, be, based on what somebody, society, based on us. So just make sure that when you are ever put in a position that you are true with yourself. We have to be true with ourselves. We got to be true to what affects us, what's around us. There's so many things that goes into um, making a life decision for somebody. And just think about it. If it was you, write a whole list of everything that you can think of that you would want people to know that, hey, ain't no way this could have been me. Y'all better ask this question. You better ask this question. Did they ask this question? Did they do this? Did they do that? And yes, it all depends on probably the type of crime that it is. But at the end of the day, it's still somebody's, has your fate. Your fate is in their hands. Your fate is in their hands. So just always remember to keep doing your best at whatever it is that you do. Try to keep the best company that you can keep. Okay? Because this world ain't got, it's ready for us. It's ready for us. It's been ready for us. But we have to be ready for it too. We ain't gonna be 100% ready, but be ready. But if you like me, you're a believer, because God, I know, hey, thank you, Lord. But that just, we just got to make sure we stay protected. Yes, society is most of the time is dangerous. Yes, yes. She says, "Well, I found it funny how we have." Stacy says, "Have more compassion for death row than when our loved ones have terminal illnesses, forced to suffer till the end. Till the end." That's true, Stacy. That's true. Yeah. I don't think it's compassion that it's found. I don't think that it's really what they can say. A lot, some people do, Stacy, have compassion for these people that are on death row. Some people saying, "Fuck it, just let them sit there. Whoever, if they innocent, they innocent. If they ain't. Oh well, just whatever, you know." But when you have a loved one that is terminally ill, that's speaking a whole different language. That's a whole different language, because I could not sit here and imagine saying that my mom terminally ill when she had cancer was less or more important, because all of us are important. I don't care what we did bad. It ain't our place to judge that. These people do get compassion behind what some shit that they've done or been accused of doing. I'm not saying that it's right, but I'm saying as a human, for me, I have compassion for everybody. I can't do nothing about what somebody did wrong. I can't judge them. Who am I? People, that's the thing. And this is go kill it. People talk about things that and tell please tell me, y'all, tell me if I'm wrong. People go talk about people death penalty and all that kind of stuff. They're going to talk about that. You know why? Because you don't hear people talking much about terminal ill cases and things like that. And that is exactly why, Stacy, we are sitting here tonight. One of the reasons we're sitting here tonight. And the reason that I say that to you is because that's why from the very, 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 very beginning, I said, I want y'all to come with ideas. Because I want to talk about shit that people aren't going to talk about. But they're also not going to talk about people that are innocent sitting on death row either. And it's just more and more and more that's happening because they want to get more and more and more off the streets. Those people might feel like they ain't got nobody. But let me go in the chat real quick, Stacy. Hold on 1 second. But I get you. I get you. Say says, fur babies, we have compassions, but our terminally ill, nope. Have compassion, but our terminal ill, nope. Like you and Trina, we have to be careful all the time, no matter where we go. Well, I am meaning the injection, they put them to sleep. My two sisters passed from cancer, suffer. They can't leave on their time. If I get a terminal illness, I want to go before it gets bad. That's deep. You have that right. You know that. You have that right. If anybody come to you and tell you, if you become terminally ill, and they are telling you that you cannot do it, they can't do nothing for you. And I say this on a live broadcast. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. You have to go to court, but you can. You sure can. I can contest to that. Unless it was changed overnight last night. So, but a lot of people, there are several cases out there where people are terminally ill and they just want to die. They don't even want to fight anymore. On a psychological aspect, the healthcare try to fight that so bad, because if a person is terminally ill, the first thing they want to do is they're going to want to do a mental check on them and make sure that these people are capable of making those decisions for themselves. So that's why it's very important that you have a will, you have your last thing of investment, last will of investment. You make sure that you have your power of attorney. Make sure you have all your stuff the way you want it. So that way, when you are ill and you don't, there's whatever it is you don't want, they have to go by that. When you're writing in the competent mind, I'm just letting you know. We have that right, Stacy. Like I said, it's not an easy fight, but we do have that right. Marcia says, Stacy, sorry for the loss of your two sisters. Many in my family passed from cancer. My mom would not take radiation and hated morphine and died within 6 weeks. Oh, wow. Yes. Stacy and Marcia, I am so sorry for both of you guys' loss, especially to cancer. Because, of course, y'all know I lost my mom to cancer. My mom lost her biological mom to cancer, and her sisters to cancer, and her aunts to cancer. A lot of people on my mom's side died of cancer. So that ain't nothing to play with. And Marcia, for your mom to be brave, they couldn't even give my mom radiation. I mean, they gave her, I'm lying, chemo. They couldn't give her chemo. But that was, I hope and pray that she didn't have to suffer, Marcia, those last 6 weeks. Stacy, if you look it up, I can't name it off the top of my head right now. But we can fight that in medical. We can fight that. If you go in there with a competent mind and you have all your stuff together, and that's what you let them know during your terminal ill, or before you terminally ill, like you say you get sick and before you get terminally ill, if all that is written out, taken care of before you present it, that it's your contestment, your contestment. So you're fine. It's just sometimes you sometimes you do have to go to court. It just depends. It depends on the state. It depends on the judge. It depends on whatever that law is in that state. So check it out. But I'll look up some stuff for you because it is out there. Stacey says, "Think that's how the doctor was prosecuted for assisting a terminal ill patient found on their own time. Maybe just yeah, there has been, and that's why I say a lot of the times nowadays you do have to take it to court. But however, there has been a couple of suits where you are correct by that doctor assisting that patient. And I know exactly which one you read. And when I was in school, there was two cases that I had to read to where that happened. So yes, but that's why I'm letting you know it's out there. It just all depends on your state. You have to look up. I mean, you just have to look it up, but it's out there. Not all states carry that. And I can't think of the name of it right off the top of my head, but it's out there. And if I find it before you do, I will definitely send you an email on it. My mom kept fighting, and I think because I said you will make it, she suffered, and hospice got mad because she refused to take medications. My brother died 2 months later from cancer in prison. Blessings, Marcia. Blessings and condolences, because at this state in your life, it's a blessing that you have gotten this far and you've been able to beat that. You know, condolences that you had to lose two close, loved relatives, you know, due to that. And then that was so close. Like that's whew, I know you couldn't even probably breathe right. You probably could not even breathe the way you wanted to breathe. That's a lot to ingest, you know, especially in that amount of time, that time period. Yes, I don't know if it's something for. I don't know if it's something that they putting in our food nowadays. I don't know what it is, but it sure wouldn't. I wouldn't put it. I don't know. I don't even care. I'm still eating it. I'm just praying that the Lord just keep cleansing my body and make putting the right things that I need to do. Y'all, I took my first iron pill today. Yes, I took my first iron pill today. Yeah, I had to, but I didn't get the Geritol, but I already had iron here at the house. So I was like, I got to start somewhere. So when I go to the store, when I'm out and about, probably this weekend, Marsha, I am looking for that Geritol, girl. I'm looking for the Geritol. But right now, I had to start somewhere. You know, I had to start somewhere. Thank you, Marsha. Thank you so much. Marcia says, I thought it was something you can sign when you go to the hospital. It is. It's like a DNR, do not resuscitate. But this form is basically saying, like, you don't want, like, nothing. Like, you can go in there and you can sign the DNR form. But the one that Stacy is talking about, it's like a little bit more in depth. It's like I forgot what the name of it is called, but it's a law. I can't think of it, Marcia, and me and Stacy will probably have to get back with you on that one. I can't think of the name of it, but yeah, it's very, very in depth. It's like a DNR form, but it's like a DNR form that's basically saying you have, say you're sick, okay, and instead of letting your body completely shut down on its own by like saying, you know, like say for instance, like with your mom, you know, she wasn't taking medicine, she wasn't doing anything, so she didn't want that type of assistance to keep going. Well, with this form that Stacy's talking about, it's like an assist. It's like assisting. They call it well, I call it assisting, but it is a name for it. But what happens is the doctor, instead of you going through all these treatments and stuff, you're just getting worse and worse and worse and worse. And it's almost like you're saying, you know what, I don't want to go through this no more. So just end it right here. Like, I want y'all to just give me whatever it is that I want, and take pretty much just let me be at peace. Let me rest. Let my body. I'm tired of being sick. So but the DNR is just basically saying if my body was to crash and shut down, then I don't want nothing done. But the form Stacy is saying, the difference is they're saying I want something done, even though my body has not kicked down yet. It has not went down yet, but I'm ready to go, But it's like they call it assisting something, but it's different states. Some states don't even do it. Yes, Marcia, thank you so much. Okay, I'm gonna get up and dance to change the mood. Hey, hey. But look, so yes, state to state, Marcia. But look, ladies, and gentlemen, if there's any looking or watching or look, however, right? I am going to get ready to call it a night. But I really have enjoyed another night of everybody here with me tonight. You guys are wonderful. Thank you so much for the conversations. Please bring more ideas, more talk, more chat, and so we can, really, because I love it. I love coming in here. Everybody brings something great to the table, and I love it. And I'm learning so much, and I hope that you guys are learning as much as I am. So, but I'm gonna get ready to call it a night. I'm gonna sing something tomorrow, but I don't know what to sing. What you want me to sing? Hey, let's see. But no, I am. But yes, so tomorrow is Friday, so I will be here tomorrow at same time, 8:30 p.m. Central Time. Y'all all have a blessed, safe night. Okay, stay safe, be blessed, and hugs, and lots of love. Good night, and thank you for coming on to Unique Inspirations with who? Me, Trina. Good night.